we'll start with that. So Ankil received the request from the queen to help. So she asked you to go around and find out the places that need to be repaired first.
Mm-hmm.
So, in your mind, what are the places that you would check over the last few months that you've seen?
We'll need to rebuild that bridge that we broke down first, and once the waterway is secured, we're going to continue to rebuild the shantytown. Less wood this time, a little more brick, make it a little more sturdy. And we're going to work on an exterior wall. I'm going to build that wall, and I'm going to make sure nobody can pop into my super secret tunnels.
And the queen says maybe we should make sure there are no super secret tunnels that can get in and out of Upshot.
Yes, we should definitely bury up those super secret tunnels from West Haven.
So she just glares, but she also agrees. So speaking of West Haven, Sir, it's like, do you want to go to Sir Charles?
Let's go to the door first.
So you want to go to Emberwall? Okay.
Yes.
So we all know what Emberwall. So for a week, Emberwall is very, very busy. I mean, not Emberwall, but Einkill, the one dwarf, is doing all this stuff, making sure that the bridges in Shantytown, where most people are stuck living now, is definitely better off. So putting the people first. But Emberwall, it's like, what did you do after the party departed?
I would think that Emberwall didn't even stick around to even listen to Ava. He just booked it back to West Haven as soon as everything was as soon as they were done. And Emberwall has taken it upon himself, in the Queen Regent's absence, to rebuild West Haven and prepare everyone and the structures for her return, and to basically make it back to, immaculate dwarven standards.
Okay. Would you like to know how many people? Would you like to know how many people there are left alive in West Haven?
Yes.
So there are 10.
Wow.
So it's like when you get there, there are close to 90 bodies slain. There are bears that have ripped them apart. There are bears that have their throats slashed. It's looks like a bad 80s slasher film in there. But there are a few people, survivors. They are quite traumatized. So I guess it'd probably take about a week to clean the mess and the guts and all that. But I will tell you, the floors are stained with red of Western blood.
Okay.
It's like there's you can't get it up. So do you just make sure this looks all red?
We leave it as a reminder.
So all right. So do you do anything else while you wait for your regent to return?
Prepare. I guess we just prepare all the bodies for a mass funeral.
Okay. So let's talk about this funeral. So how do you want to conduct this funeral? Like I said, you were basically have taken charge until Miss Regent decides to come back. So
I guess, and since we do not have the catacombs of the West here, then these people will just be put upon a funeral pyre, and we will do it the old way.
Okay. So I picture you laying all the dead bears on the bottom, and then putting nicely the many people on top, and you create in one night, in the next night after you cleaned up the bodies, there is a great pyre that can be seen from almost all of Hubshan. It's this great flame in this courtyard that the Queen Ava has allowed you to do in honor of your people. It's a great fire. The flames reach up 70, 80 feet. It's like the heat is almost that of a red dragon's breath, and this great flame is burning in the few people left of the west. But many people come and watch and sympathize and give you their sorrows while this happens. So, and then the rest of the week, I'm assuming you're all cleaning. So, but the pyre burns for almost 24 hours, an entire day. So, anything else that you want to do during the week, Ember Wall? Ironically, that is a giant ember wall that you created with the bodies.
Exactly. No, basically just reconstruction.
Okay.
And trying to fortify it.
Okay.
Anything that was not Dwarven standard will be made Dwarven standard.
Okay. So, all right. Who would like to go next? Melania would like to go next.
I'm just helping him.
Oh, so you're going helping the people.
I'm gonna go help. Yep.
So Melania's going through. Many of these people do not have a lot of food. So like for the craftsmanships, it's like you have food, but it's only so much. It's like
if there's places I can hunt.
So there are places that are not the grove that you can go hunt.
Can I smell the bear he was cooking?
I think everyone smells. That's yeah. So, like I said, there's this great
bear
fire.
burgers.
So you want to? So for a week, you go and help. If you can fix things, you can fix things. But if not,
just doing whatever sundry items.
You go out because the slums are about the only thing. Like a lot of the people, they definitely suffered the most, especially with the were-rat infestation. Those where all the rats were turned. You know, millions of them came out of everything. So, so you go through and help all that. So, okay. So, who else would like to have a character go next?
I'll go.
So which one, Bellany or Wolfie?
Well, technically they were both together.
Okay.
So
they go.
Yes, Bellany and Wolfie both went to the grove to check on things, settle things down, make sure that all is good, and then Bellany's been writing a lot about different things.
So Bob is there. So Bob is happy. Bob tells you what's happened. Lion is there too, and Drew also. While you all had been fighting, there had been creatures that had been attempting to penetrate the great veil of the grove, but luckily Bob and Lion and Drew had been fighting them off. During this, they had found a servant of the shepherd, or Lars Druid, who had taken Drew's dad. And Drew was able to retrieve his father in the battle on the outside. So Drew has his dad, and he was basically in sanctuary with that. They were luckily, thanks to the pit that Wolfie had found. Wolfie and everyone had found. They went down. Like that's where they were stored. They had been down in those catacombs of the Wyverns. So while you all were fighting, they were there, making sure that the back doorway into Bellany's Grove was protected. So they go show you what had happened, where they let you all know that stuff. Of course, your animals are very happy to see you. So there are many of your followers there that had been fled into the grove, including during the old crisis, Bob and some of them had been going and saving people from Hupsheim and using the grove as sanctuary. So and because of that, there are a great many people more that were saved. Like while you all were doing the frontline fight, they were going through saving as many lives as they could, especially from the slums and some of the secondary commoner areas. So, do you have any questions about what you did for the week, or do you want to add anything more that you did to the week, or is that enough?
That's
Okay.
enough.
So, all right. So, I'm assuming that leads us to. Well,
We still have 10 men too.
I know, but I was just
Bulwark.
Yeah, logically speaking, Bulwark.
Yeah. Bulwark was falling behind her like.
Yeah, so he's he's there. So
Miss Bounty.
so
Miss
like
Bounty.
there were many injured.
Yes, Bulwark.
There's some people that are still hurt in town. I looked around here. Everybody here seems to be okay. Would it be okay if I go help in town?
Yes, I think that would be nice of you.
Okay. Don't go anywhere where I can't find you.
Okay, save people, please.
Promise.
You'll know where I am.
Okay.
So you go. I'm assuming you probably come.
I'm reverting to Rocky. I'm going back and healing everybody in town.
So the place you're probably going to go with your other dwarf and Melania.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the majority of the secondary help are. So.
And he's making meals for everybody outside, especially when they start cooking the
bring you
bear.
meat.
When they start cooking the bear, I'm going to be like, here,
Yeah.
here's a different type of food for you. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so sadly the slums are downwind from West Haven. The smell of bear and flesh. It's like man flesh.
Back on the news.
So, okay. Does Zeph want to go, or does Zeph want to wait before, until we're last, since it leads into the party? Or do you want Bad or Sir Charles?
That's Sir Charles.
It's all right, Sir Charles. You up, matey?
All right. First thing on Sir Charles' mind is he goes to check on Baby King.
He goes to Baby King. The queen pulls you to the side, and she informs you that there have been some complications with Baby King.
Okay.
They had put imposter in his place to protect Baby King. This was the son of Nick. So Nick and his woman had a baby. So because of this, they had placed Nick's own child, pretending Nick's child was, Baby King, to try to protect it. In this, there was a winged demon that swooped in recently and taken the baby and killed the 3 people watching Baby King. She takes you to the room, and it looks like some wild animal came through and slaughtered the 3 attendants of the baby. It's like without mercy. So, the queen has put trackers out looking for this, but she's not really sure what to do since the baby was spirited away through the air by this demon.
And that was Nick's child that was taken?
No, that was the actual.
That was the real one.
That was the real one.
That was taken.
Yes. So Nick's child, and at this point the queen starts crying. Nick's child was slaughtered when the demon came there first and saw that it was not the real baby. by the same beast. So Nick, it's like Nick is in quite a bit of mourning right now.
Okay. I'm going to. Sir Charles looks at Ava, and knowing great loss, not of a child, but just great loss in itself, understands and says that this is his new vow is to seek vengeance upon the demon, and also to retrieve Baby King no matter what. But he also asked Ava something that he knows a deal was struck between her and the Queen Regent being there. He wants to ask Ava that, or tell Ava that Hubshine, even though it is safer now than it was, this world is not safe at all. And it's only going to get worse, he fears. And with her having seen Baby King, it wouldn't take much to realize that there is more to this child than he's not an ordinary human. There is a key. He is some type of key to the future, and that when I retrieve Baby King, hopefully get him back, that he will not be returned to Hubshine. He will be taken somewhere out of this plane where he can be safely guarded until he is come of age.
So,
and that he asked basically for her blessing. He wants to include her in this.
The queen understands and understands it was not her place to interfere with the politics of another, and also she is also not a mother yet. So she wishes you luck in your quest, and that it might be a righteous and be full of valor for the right reasons.
Okay, so Sir Charles knows what he's doing.
Okay.
And Oz never gave anything to the Tin Man that he didn't already have.
So I don't know. Are we going to do Tin Man or Zeph first?
Go on.
But it's up to you. I'm not going to point. They're your. Which would you want to do first?
Either one doesn't matter. The order.
Oh, good gravy. Just pick.
Okay, we'll do bad first.
Sorry.
All right, let's do bad. Is he okay? Is he okay, Annie?
Wait a minute. Is there a goat person in the new rules?
No, it's all you joke.
Oh my god.
Bad.
Actually, there is. But anyway,
It is there.
Pan. They're
yes, they're Strier or whatever you say.
Yeah.
satires.
Satires. So speaking of satire, so all right, bad. So what does Michael do? Michael has Moonbeam, by the way, too.
Moonbeam.
Wow.
He has to be moving backwards to cast it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He does. Be doing the moonwalk because
It's the semantic part.
It's plus 5 damage if he's moonwalking
in the dark.
in the dark.
In the dark. So I'm gonna go to Havor.
Oh, Highborn. So you go to Highborn, and there is someone waiting for you at Highborn. So it is a familiar face. Has whiskers. So it is your time dragon friend. Him and I just drew a blank on the other dragon.
Guardian.
No, not the Guardian. Highborn's brother. Vaden. Yes, Vaden. Vaden and your time dragon's there. So Kronos is there. it's like they informed you that you have done well, and that like you have with your help, you have helped reopen magic to this world, for whether it's good or bad. But the end of the multiverse is now moving forward. The Time Dragon informs you that he is sorry that he couldn't tell you everything, because in previous versions, when they've picked this magical guardianship of portals in time, they have told too much, and it ends up has swayed decisions. Instead of giving free reign through time, they sort of locked it into it. Vaden is surprisingly happy for Vaden, and informs you because of what has happened, they've been able to reestablish their rightful place with the flow to Sigil, and connecting it into the rest of the multiverse thanks to the magic flowing, and that Highborn is fully capable of doing what it was originally built for, as a sanctuary for Hubshan itself. So thanks, and he informs you of this, thanks to where Highborn is located and this new protectorate of the Grove, they've been able to form a bond to strengthen Highborn's power even more, and that they can form a protectorate of a shell over the entire city. Basically, they can have detect good and evil going. So if evil decides to do evil in this realm soon, they will glow and let everyone know that evil is intended in Hubshan.
I solemnly swear.
So and of course, the Time Dragon looks at Vaden and he says, "You didn't tell him everything." And he says, "Well, to be able to detect evil, we must know evil. We have made a deal with Ravenwood to tap into the powers of the Dark Forest, for they know how to detect evil too. And with this trifecta of us, a neutral being, and the Grove, which is a good area, and the more evil dark forest, we were able to create a special protected realm inside of Thetadolyon. And the final piece is the magic city that's underneath here, that we can form a giant protection area."
You've been busy.
No, you've been busy thanks to all the things that you and your friends have been able to accomplish. It's like it will take us a little over a week to finish the final rituals for everything that we have.
Time is but an essence.
So, the Time Dragon laughs. It's like, as you've learned, time is not a straight line, my friend.
Neither are your whiskers.
So, no, it's not. As he rubs his whiskers. So, is there anything else would you like to do after this night's discussion?
Yes. I walk by them and I go to the cellar.
You go down to the cellar,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're in the basement with everything down in the basement.
Mm-hmm. I grab a barrel of tea
Okay, tea.
and I take it up to the Guardian.
You take it to the Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
So up at the Guardian's sitting there. So you come in and he materializes a table.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Sit down. We have much to talk about, including your guest that you left here."
Yes, that's why I brought tea.
So
For the both of you.
So he's like, "Well, it might be a little difficult for your guest to come have tea with us, considering he has been locked away ever since you left him after the first hour."
Locked away reading books, I assume.
Oh yeah, it's like that's what we're assuming, that he has been
Well, I told
busy.
you not to let him out of the training room.
So surprisingly, as you know, he is on the probably as much or if not more as you. he found Omni's stash.
There's no way.
So, because he logically guessed what he would do after reading a bunch of stuff, but he could not access the stash because he has no magic power. And that this happened the first hour he was here. Then he locked himself away in the study and has been reading papers and books ever since.
Did he try to open it?
So,
if he tried to open it, he'd be dead.
So he found it and almost touched it, and he thought about. He said, "What would I do if I didn't want someone to mess with the stash?" And he stopped. That's all I heard him say. And he has disappeared. It's like the only time I've seen him is going to the bathroom.
And you let him roam around, reading everything.
It's like I'm not to say anything harshly, but he's sort of He sort of doesn't listen.
Imagine that.
It's like at all.
Well, at least I know it holds up. Just
It's like putting your character in a room that's full of books and saying you can read everything except for what's on that shelf. And where's he gonna go?
Look, Eve, don't eat the apple.
I eat the apple and green. As I eat the apple.
Oh.
Well, and I assume you have no idea what room he's in.
No, I know exactly what room it is. He's in the largest library. He moved he moved as much stuff into that room as he could, including the papers that you asked him to
What
read.
was the point of me even moving those books out of there? Because that's where they were at to begin with.
He said the same thing. he said the same thing. He's like, what fool would move books from a library when you're supposed to read them in a library?
Okay. Well, here's your barrel of tea. Enjoy.
So
I'm gonna go smack a wizard.
He's not a wizard.
Okay, a wannabe wizard.
So
I'm gonna go smack a bookworm.
The dragon picks up his little cup and has his little pinky out as he slips. He says, "I think I'm going to follow you because I don't want to miss this." So the dragon grabs your little thing of tea, is following you. You come to the door of the library and it is closed.
And I open it up.
It won't open. So it won't open. It's like
Is it locked?
I think there's something against it. So
Anybody else seen a Gandalf moment back open?
so
You shut up.
the door is not locked. It is not locked.
It just won't open.
It's just like you're trying to push it. It's like it's barred. So
I see like
do you want to do a
forming in his eyes?
do you want to do a strength check just at all
I
to see if you
can't.
get the door? Wizard, do you want to do a strength check, wizard?
Peregrine Took, do not mistake me for a conjurer of cheap tricks. He's about to blow up on this guy for messing with his fireworks.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you do have spells. There might be something you could do.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff I can do.
I'll just
I'll try a strength check first. I'll see if I can just.
please be one. Be one. Please be one.
Oh, it's not. It's a 2.
Oh, close enough.
But it is not a
So-
one.
So Bab realizes he was not built for strength. So he was built for containing magical energy. But you do hit it enough that you think you hear something fall. Please do an intelligence saving throw.
20 dirty.
All right. So you recognize this sound. It's the sound of paper and stuff falling. So in your mind, you just picture there's a great mountain of books that have been like read and tossed against the door. It's like reading is like, because this is probably something that you would have done when you were alive. So what bars the door are probably hundreds and hundreds of books that have just been discarded after being read.
You're not going home until these books are straightened back up and put in alphabetical order.
I want to roll a perception to see if he heard you. Nah, he don't. It's like
Yeah,
his nose is in a book.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it at disadvantage too because it's like I'm gonna do a triple disadvantage because it's Scotty and Scotty doesn't pay attention either.
Truth.
Alright.
All 5 bucks.
Tracks.
Oh.
So,
Is there enough space?
do an Arcana check though.
Uh, 21.
So, but what you did, but what you did feel when you pushed the door, so you felt magical energy emanating from inside the room. There's never been magical energy emanating from inside that room before. There's been knowledge in that room.
This is scary. There should not be anything in there. Well, there's one item in there. Do I see enough space underneath the door, through the door key? I mean, door lock. I mean, is there enough space that I can see through?
But you're just gonna see a pile of books.
Well, but I mean,
You see the like I'm gonna say that you got it now cracked enough that like now that you know that it's probably a book after your intelligence. Okay, that there's paper and book bindings and there's stuff through there.
okay. So how much space is between the floor and the door? And the bottom of the door?
Well, there's books piled up on the bottom of the door.
But I mean, is there enough room to...
I'm like just imagine like 1,000 books piled up against the door. Does that, how much space do you need with 1,000 books piled up against the door?
An inch?
I don't know. You might be able to navigate like if they're not. It's not like they're politely stacked. So just think of it as like read through. So there's like they're open, they're closed. You might be able to wiggle through
Okay.
something with an inch.
He's a wizard with a whole bunch of spells.
I'm
He's
just
probably not thinking
what's-
about his own physical
what's,
form.
What
No.
spell are you gonna do? I'm ready to work on it.
I'm going to cast polymorph.
What do you want to pull them up into?
Something I can't say with somebody in here.
Bull butter.
A centipede,
Yeah, there we go.
which is smaller than the things you got.
There we go.
Yes, it's like you could crawl through. So you can get
Okay.
through. You
So
can
I
get
cast
through
polymorph.
with either of those creatures.
Okay. I'll cast polymorph and I'll make my way through. What in the world?
Thunder.
Thunder.
Oh my goodness.
So
Yeah, we'll have more storms today.
That's a
Yeah.
big one.
That was a
So-
big one.
so
That made the house shake.
well that's you crawling through and the books are crumbling, about to fall on top of you. So so you get out. Please do a perception check.
19.
19. So, you get into the room and you see Omni sitting at a table, and there is a closed book in front of him. So, and there's something else. Like in one hand is a closed book, and his other hand is on top of something. It looks like, and then you look and there's something else. There is a small knife, like like a small knife also.
Like a dagger or?
It's very, very small. Shut up. So it's very small. It looks. I'm just going to use your passive intelligence. It looks like a knife that you whittle with. It's not like it's not a weapon knife.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and assume it was.
Oh, okay. It's small. So it's just, and I'm assuming you're going to keep looking around in spider form. You said it didn't turn out yet.
Yeah, not yet.
So there are shavings of wood on the floor.
What does it appear as if he's been whittling away at?
That's whatever his hands covered.
What did he use to whittle?
A little knife.
I know, but what kind of wood? Where did he get
Look
the wood?
around.
Okay,
You're in a
Yeah.
library.
Look,
I know.
look around.
I mean, there's plenty of tables and cabinets and everything. in
Okay.
there.
So you look around and you notice something.
Perception check.
Yeah.
So there is like
Okay.
a little wood column that has been broken. You can see it snapped off. So he like.
Alright, so I can't see what he's.
His hand's covered. His hand is covered. What he's whittled. And so you do know something else. You're like crawling around. There are pages scattered across the entire floor.
This does not sound like the wizard that takes care of books.
So there are lots of pages that you have found before, and the group has found before. They're not ripped out of book. They're not ripped out of these books.
Can I tell what they are?
So, well, there are pages from that you all have hunted for.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nuts.
I know what they are.
Yes, there's those pages.
Yeah.
So,
So I bounce out of polymorph.
poof.
I walk up to him. I tap him on the shoulder just to see if he jumps.
He doesn't move.
He doesn't move.
Congratulations.
He's speaking, like he's talking. His hand's got something covered. So, but there's something. Now that you've come around to the front, there's something else. There's a rolled up piece of paper that's across his chest that he's tucked into his shirt.
And he doesn't know I'm there. I reach
So
in.
he's speaking to somebody.
Do I know what language you speak?
It's wait, what like you can understand languages, can't you?
All I have to do is cast it. But that's why I'm asking if I can.
It is some weird mix between celestial and infernal.
I'll cast comprehend language and not even let him know that I'm there.
So you understand. He's having a conversation. So and he keeps repeating, and you promise. It's like you're not lying to me. And you promise, and you're not lying to me. So, and you hear comprehend language, and thanks that you hear another voice coming from his hand, the one that he's covering up.
It's a sock puppet.
Huh?
I mean, I can hear the language of
But,
what's
yeah,
it saying.
you hear, it's like, and the promise is, I will give you everything that you want and deserve.
Which is all the books you can ever read.
No, you've changed it for him.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I'm not.
So, like he's still not acknowledged you.
I know. I'm looking.
So, you hear the voice from his hand say something else. It's like, and the voice says, "Swear it, and you will have the magic that you've always seeked."
Do I see anything in the room that I can knock him out with?
That you can stab him with the itty.
No, I'm not
So,
trying to stab him.
do you have? You
I
have.
just want to knock him out.
So,
Well, there are
He's-
books.
and Omni says yes.
I knock him out.
So, as he says yes, you knock him out, and he falls into the floor, knocked out, with an odd grin on his face, and what was under his hand falls and hits the ground. Do you look down and see what it is? I'm assuming that when he hits the ground, what he had his hand over.
Yeah, I look down to see him.
You've seen this before in visions. It's a carved mask. The last time that you saw this mask was on a great monster that had been in control, that had been controlled by someone else. So, and the page that from his chest rolls out, and inside of your own heart if you have a heart. Our body, it burns. Omni has discovered a page from Sarah's book.
Yeah.
And had read it. So the mask on the floor says, "You're too late." It's like he is now bonded to me. So, if I have not introduced myself, my name is Mask, and this will be my tool for revenge against Cryic.
Pleased to meet you.
It's
Oh,
like
well then.
it's nice to meet you. So, he said, if you could kindly pick me up off the floor and put me on his face, I'd appreciate it.
Nope.
It's like, now, if you please.
No.
He says, I mean you no harm. You help free me from that infernal fool Cryic.
No. I cast Mage Hand and I pick it up.
pick up the mask.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mask almost like the mouth almost moves as it speaks.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point the door slides open and there is Vaden, strong enough to push the Malala books away, and the Guardian Center sipping his tea, and looks over at Vaden and said, "See, doesn't matter what dimension they are, all the Omnis are idiots."
I was about to say, you have an Omni that has no magic. You put him in a room with a bunch of books that'll teach him how to gain magic. And you didn't think he was going to cut a deal with some being to become a
He
warlock
wasn't
of some
supposed to
sort?
be in there.
So he wasn't supposed to be in there. But when does Omni ever listen when there's a book in another room? So again, the mask is there. So at this point, it's trying to get out of your mage hand. I want to see. Let's see. What's the weight that it can carry?
Oh, 15 pounds.
Can't get out. It can't get out. And it says the pack is formed. So it's like, don't be jealous there, Tin Man. And I'm like, was it not your dream to learn magic too one day? I've just granted him the power to fulfill his dreams. And I've given him the power to fulfill my dreams. To kill that infernal Cryic, at least for 1,000 years, for what he's done to me. He says, we are friends. We are allies.
What did Cryic do to a mask?
Oh, you have to read that.
So that's a big deal. So I said, just have you know. So Cryic, so Mask is actually a little angry that you don't know what Cryic did. Mask says, release me and I will get you the book that told you about what Cryic did to me. It's in this library.
Inside check?
Go ahead. Doesn't have to be high.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to be high.
He ain't lying to you.
So it's like
I know, but it being in that library, I read everything in that library.
so.
Apparently not that one.
Hold on though.
I mean, I was supposed to
11.
say one.
11. So Matt's like, I'm disappointed you know nothing of me. It's like nothing ever is truthful what it is. So at this point you get like do you let him go to go get the book and show you?
I read everything in this library. You can't tell me that there's something in this library I didn't know about.
He says, fine. And a book is glowing over in the floor that's already been tossed aside. It's the book of joy and happiness in 3 steps. He says, get that book and place me upon it.
Insight on that. 11.
So it's like he seems very agitated that you don't believe him that he hates Cryic.
Alright, so I'll go pick up the book and Mage Hand will set him on it. And still
And set it on it. So at this point, the book, there's like a little smiley face on this book, and the smiley face morphs into Cryic's mask, and the pages get dark, and you open instead of the children's story type thing, it opens up, and it's like the pages are black and it's written in red, talking about the history of Cryic and Mask. So you read enough to know that apparently it's sort of like a memoir of Mask, and it's like whining and moaning about how Cryic once was a human, and about how Cryic weaseled and lied his way to become a demigod and gain power and take power from Mask for himself instead of share it, and found ways about how he found a great sword and ended up killing him, trying to kill Bane, taking other gods' powers until eventually he supplanted Mask, the god of murder, and he created and caused murder throughout all the realms and gained power and subjugated Mask. And then it talks about how Cryic actually, there's new pages in here that has been written and added, talking about how Cryic tricked Mask and turned him into this mindless monster, and like was put him upon realms, to destroying realms, looking for pages of his book. So Mask says, I'm not much of a poet, but I am the true master of lies. I am the true master of murder.
And you expected me to believe you, and you're the master of lies.
Cryic has made a fool of me. So he has subjugated me for too long, using my power to feed himself. He has found his way into this realm where neither of us were supposed to be in this realm. At least not yet. But now he has stranded me here, and I cannot get any power from any other realm, being at the end of this realm past Sigil. So I am trapped here. So I'm going to be here. I might as well have a good time with your little friend here.
That's something that's not even going to be here.
So, what? What do you mean? What do you mean it's not going to be here?
I'm not letting him stay.
Like, who made you his daddy?
I did.
Sorry. Well, alrighty then. Who's your daddy?
Master's like, no, he must stay here. It's like, he must be my instrument of death and destruction upon Cryic. He's found a page. It's like one of many. It's like with him I can find the rest and drive Cryic mad with his own works.
And I'll pick up the page and I'll put it away.
He's like, wait. So the mask glares at you. So the mask looks and goes, you have no love for Cryic. I remember you there. It's like, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. The mask smiles. It says, don't you want to be friends too? Part of you are already friends with me. It's like, why don't we have a cup of tea?
I can defeat Cryic without the master of lies and deceit by my side.
Can you now? Can you now? Even if I happen to know how to do it? And he goes, it's like, if you want to know how, it's like, when you're ready, talk to the mask. Talk to the mask, and I'll tell you how you can defeat Cryic. So, but trust me, whether it's a lie or not, don't look at those until you talk to me. Actually, you can look at them all you want. It doesn't do anything until he tells you how to use them.
Mm-hmm.
Those will it.
You can go have a cigarette.
He's not lying to you.
My character is nowhere near him.
None of us are.
None of our characters are
None
anywhere
of us
near him.
are.
I swear, you keep magic items out of the game up to this point, and this is the one?
Did I not tell you that high magic is unlocked?
This is the one that pops up first.
Sir Charles, I don't know if you can see there are random cards on the board. For whatever reason.
Okay.
But
Just cards from Mask.
they're just cards.
Just out of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I look at Vaden and I ask him
Does he
what.
say
he
that
thinks
one
about
too?
this.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even see that one.
But Vaden says, Hubshine's protected. I can't say the same for you. Or your brother from another mother universe.
Mother in a universe, yeah.
So, Mask is like, in a few days' time,
What did you lay before me?
just a friendly game.
That doesn't tell me anything.
So it's just a deck of cards until you know. So when you're ready to know, which at some point you will be ready to know, because Sarek will be back and you will find out the truth. It's like if you want to defeat him, that is how you do it. So that and his book that you need to complete.
Which I'm working on. Thanks to this page right here, that's one page closer.
Okay.
How many more pages is there? Mask.
So I didn't write it. I just read the stupid thing and it got me in trouble.
You read it, so you know exactly how many pages are in the book.
How many pages you got?
No, that's not how that works. I asked how many pages were in the book.
It's a quick read. How am I supposed to know? I'm not.
You read it?
I'm not the master of page counting.
But you still read it. You would know if it's 5 or 10.
It's a real page turner.
Yet you go and make a pact with somebody that's not even magical.
He is now.
Oh, God.
So he is now. So and
Jerk.
so and Matt and the mask falls silent.
Vaden, what can we do with this?
So Vaden looks and says, "Luckily, you weren't the one that made the pact. That one did."
I was not that naive.
Vaden recalls something his little dragon mother said: "If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything." Oh, but he's not that type. Yeah. If you could have learned another spell, you'd probably did it. Maybe not you as today, but you as you were. He said, "I've had to deal with dozens of omnis. Trust me, there's not one." So, the dragon then is doing like detect thoughts. The dragon does detect thoughts on Omni, not you. He said, "I'm going to find out what happened." He searches through, thanks to you knocking him out. He searches through and he sees Omni going through books, and everything was good. Going through reading, and he had the scroll. He found the scroll and stuff, but he wasn't touching the scrolls. He was going through the books, and he sees that around the same time that you all defeat Sarek, Mask is released, and this book, which Vaden says, my poor brother, knowledge was knowledge. And it's like Highborn kept things safe. He had sort of dispelled it down, but since Mask was actually here, the book glowed and spoke to Omni through his mind, and Mask warns him that Sarek wants that page. So Mask actually tells Omni the truth. And but Omni goes, that the page is here? So Omni goes through and starts shuffling through. He goes, which page? And the book goes, I don't know which page. The only way that you know is you read it, but don't read it. It's like it will drive you crazy. It's like, you know, your search for knowledge will never be quenched. So Omni sits for a little while, going through more books, and he keeps glancing over at these pages. So, and he starts grabbing one, lays it there, and no. Yes. he starts reading frivolously, and he goes, "These are just stories departing their loved ones. You know, this is just wishing through, but still reading, getting stories, and reading about sorrow, about loss." And he gets to a page. He starts reading about someone that wanted magic more than anything, and about how no matter how much he learned, it's like he couldn't learn magic. He's like, oh, it's almost like I'm reading about myself. And he goes through reading, and he hears about how Sarah could grant the magic, and that there was a shrine of Sarek and the symbol of Sarek, and it's on the other side of this page, and it warns, don't learn and look at the symbol of Sarek. And Omni's like, I found it. Bad would be so happy that I found it. He lays it down. He said, it's like, I know Bad will be here soon. And the book that's talking to him says, don't read it. It's like Sarek doesn't want you to have that knowledge. So he sits, and the little scroll is all wrapped up. He says, just a quick peek won't hurt. And he opens it up and he sees the thing of Sarek. What you see next is him reading and basically losing his mind for a little bit, and starts throwing stuff in this like he needs more and more knowledge, because he found this one page, so he's looking for more pages of the book because it's not finished. So he's like, I must find and
short circuit.
And
Johnny 5.
And the mask and the book says, I can help you. I can help you control this magic. It's like no matter how much you read here, I can give this magic to you. I can give you what you desire. Sarek can't. Sarek will just like give you stuff to drink, but you will always be thirsty. But I can quench that thirst. I can quench that thirst. He said, all it takes is for you. And at this point, he has a letter opener, and he starts going and carving out the wood of this pillar, and pulls over, and he starts frantically whittling the mask. And then Vaden comes out of the mind and looks over at Bad. He said, "You're all the same." Looking at Bad, you're all the same. So, is there anything else before we go to the next one?
Just trying to make sense of that.
So again, this is only like the first day. Like, this is very early that you found this, because again, Mask was released because of what you all did, which was good. It needed to be released. So what do you do with Omni the rest of these days? I'm assuming you don't take him around anybody.
No,
Not
I'm
yet.
going to keep him there for now. I'm also going to cast Unseen Servant and have it clean up this mess.
So, which it doesn't take long.
No, but it's still going to stick around. Yeah, so it's time for Omni and the 4 dragons to have a nice chat.
Like, what would you like to have a chat about?
Well, I mean, we can move on, and then
So, okay.
we'll have it.
All right. So